You've heard stories of rags to riches, but what if we told you that a man carrying milk cans on a bicycle one day owned a chain of dairy factories across the country? Sounds unbelievable, right? But this is the real-life story of Ramesh, a humble milk vendor who defied fate, society, and even his own doubts to become a self-made millionaire. Stay till the end, because this is not just a story, it's a blueprint of grit, vision, and unbreakable belief. Ramesh was no different from thousands of others in his small village near Nagpur. Every morning at 4 a.m., he would wake up, bathe in cold water, and head out to collect fresh milk from nearby buffalo sheds. With 2 aluminum cans hanging on either side of his cycle, he paddled nearly 15 kilometers daily to deliver milk to about 40 houses in the city. He barely made $300 a day. Most would say it was a dead-end job, exhausting, unrewarding, and trapped in a cycle of survival. But Ramesh, he was different. While others saw milk as a basic commodity, Ramesh saw it as a business opportunity waiting to bloom. On one scorching afternoon, Ramesh sat under a tree sipping tea, his shirt drenched in sweat. He overheard 2 big city men talking about a new milk brand that was entering the market. Fancy packaging, high pricing, and foreign investment. That night, Ramesh couldn't sleep. He thought, if they can sell the same milk I carry for $40 a liter, why am I stuck at $25? Is packaging really worth that much? From that moment, he decided, I won't just sell milk, I'll create a brand. But the problem? He had no education, no capital, no connections. Even his own family laughed at the idea. You can't even write your name properly and you want to compete with corporate companies? His elder brother mocked. But Ramesh had one weapon, relentless belief. Step by step, Ramesh changed his daily routine. Instead of just delivering milk, he started talking to customers, asking for feedback, understanding their needs. He realized people were willing to pay more for purity, convenience, and trust. With his tiny savings, he printed 100 simple stickers labeled Ramesh Pure Milk, unmixed, unboiled, fresh from farm. He tied a clean cloth around his milk cans and began sealing every bottle himself. Within a week, 10 of his customers agreed to pay $5 extra for the branded version. It was small, but it was a start. Then came his big break. A young software engineer, one of his customers, offered to build him a basic website for free. He said, you deliver better milk than big brands. Why don't you try home delivery with online booking? Ramesh didn't even know how to operate a smartphone, but he trusted the idea. They launched a simple app called Fresh Dude, Fresh Milk, targeting IT professionals and urban families. He borrowed 50,000 rupees to buy 2 second-hand scooters and hired 2 village boys as delivery partners. Within 6 months, he had 200 regular customers. He was now earning over 1 lakh rupees a month. With growing income, Ramesh reinvested every rupee. He bought more buffaloes, leased a cold storage facility, and hired a veterinarian doctor to maintain animal health. Then he did something nobody expected. He attended a 3-day startup workshop in Pune, surrounded by MBA graduates, corporate executives, and angel investors. He walked in with his worn-out sandals, a notepad full of spelling mistakes, but a business model that was already profitable. By the end of the workshop, 3 investors offered him seed funding. One of them said, this man understands ground reality better than most boardroom CEOs. With 20 lakhs in seed capital, Ramesh launched Pavitra Milk and Foods Private Limited. Within 2 years, he expanded to 3 cities. But success wasn't a straight line. One winter morning, a cold storage failure spoiled nearly 3,000 liters of milk. It was a loss of 5 lakh rupees, enough to wipe out a chunk of his capital. News spread. Customers panicked. Delivery boys started quitting. For 2 days, Ramesh didn't eat. He sat silently, staring at the spoiled milk, blaming himself. But then something shifted. He stood up and said to himself, if I fall now, everything ends. But if I rise, even stronger, I won't just survive, I'll lead. He called every customer personally, explained the situation, and offered double refund with a free week of milk supply. Most customers were so impressed by his honesty, they decided to stay. He used this failure to build unbreakable trust. By year 5, Pavitra Milk was not just a delivery service, it had become a full-scale dairy brand. Pasteurized milk, curd, paneer, ghee, all under his label. His supply chain included 500 farmers from nearby villages. He provided them fair rates, veterinary care, and modern equipment. In return, he received loyalty and the freshest milk in the region. Ramesh became a millionaire, but he never stopped waking up at 4 a.m. Just now, instead of a bicycle, he visited his processing unit in a white SUV. He built schools, sponsored girls' education in nearby villages, and started a dairy training institute for rural youth. One day, a local journalist published a short video titled "From Milk Vendor to Millionaire, the Ramesh Way." The video went viral. It was picked up by national news channels, startup blogs, and motivational speakers. He was invited to TEDx talks, interviewed by business magazines, and even offered a government advisory role on rural entrepreneurship. In every interview, when asked the secret behind his success, he said, "I just added 2 things to milk: trust and purpose. That made it priceless." Ramesh's story is not just about milk. It's about vision over limitations, action over excuses, and honesty over shortcuts. From a milkman to a millionaire, his journey proves that no dream is too big when you start small but think smart. So next time you sip a glass of milk, remember, sometimes even the simplest things can lead to the most extraordinary stories. Subscribe for more real stories that inspire.